Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's No FOMO Charts, Stocks, and Crypto TA live stream. It is October 1st, 2023. It's about 6:40 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hello, and welcome, everybody. This is a educational live stream where I review and forecast stock charts, crypto charts for the upcoming week. Now, if you have a request or question, go ahead and just let me know in the live chat or in the YouTube comments, and I will answer it when I see it on the live stream. Let's go and get started. This week, stocks earning releases. We have McCormick & Company, Cal-Maine Foods. There's a lot of food companies this week. Lamb Weston, Conagra, Constellation Brands. We also have Tilray on the list. Levi Strauss. So some big ones. Economic data releases this week. Manufacturing, Fed Chair Powell, job openings, non-farm employment change. We have that speech from Fed Chair Powell. Services, unemployment claims, average hourly earnings, unemployment rate. This all matters because this factors into the assessment that the FOMC, Federal Reserve, does in terms of their monetary policy. The PCE inflation rate was essentially flat at 0.4% last Friday, which is just proves that we need to give it more time in terms of letting these inflation data markers go down, like CPI, PPI, and PCI inflation. However, there were less job openings in September, and that's also factoring into that decision. We are entering into a new quarter. Quarter 4 begins today. We're both stocks and crypto. Over this weekend, the USA government signed a deal to prevent the government shutdown for another 45 days regarding government spending and budget cuts. United Auto Workers expanded their strike, although it's moderate against General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. For cryptocurrencies, this kind of big news. Chase UK Bank, so Chase Bank, notified their customers saying it will no longer allow its customers to purchase cryptocurrencies using its debit cards or through bank transfers. That is pretty, basically, for lack of a better term, is bad for Coinbase. Okay, because people cannot buy crypto. People cannot transfer back and forth to their bank, basically deposits and withdrawals from the easy two methods. For Chase customers, not good in the UK. Also, remember last week's news about basically that the stable coins are going to be delisted from exchanges this year. So this is a double problem for European crypto customers. So something to think about and remember. However, Coinbase did receive regulatory approval to enable retail perpetual futures trading. That's the only really good thing I could see about Coinbase right now. That's happening with them. USA, this congressional meeting last week said that SEC Chair Gensler, the person responsible for basically the forefront of these lawsuits against crypto, this one congressional member said that he is causing confusion and lasting damage in the crypto industry. So it was interesting to see at least some members of Congress in this committee in the USA actually defending crypto. It was interesting to watch that, to hear about that. Okay, let's get into the charts here. If you have a request, just go ahead and let me know. Welcome, everybody. We'll start with stocks. Now, stocks, yes. We have been in this downtrend since September. And remember that these lines that I drew, I mean, just leave the chart up. This is why technical analysis can help people, is we have our levels of price and we have support and resistance. So where are all these lines that I'm drawing here? When I see the price pattern, I can immediately identify. This is short term, by the way, just the past couple of months. We were in a susceptible downtrend. Lower low, lower high. If we didn't break out above, we're going down. So short, right? Or I shorted. Made profit, sold my stocks for swing trading, took profit, shorted down. Why else did I do that? Because we had a resistance here about 451. That's a double top M pattern, double top pattern, which marks a temporary ceiling and a resistance. That measured move to the downside from the bottom, middle of the M to the top of the M. Measure that. It's about 2%, 2 to 2.5%, and we went double that target. So this is where we also saw that hammer candle. Let me zoom in here so you can see on the charts. See this little hammer candle turning into a morning star. We had a single candle pattern into a triple candle pattern. This is bullish, possibly. We had this little uptick on that one day on Friday, but PCE inflation data was not the greatest, and potential government shutdown fears, and it pulled back. So this is holding the support level above 423. So I'm actually trying to play a little bit, just full transparency here. I'm trying to play a little bit of this long bounce and see if this actually happens. A little risky because it is actually could reject down and just get stopped out. I totally understand that. For me, the play here is probably about 1.5% to downside risk. Try to capture maybe up to 3% risk if it gets there. That's a 2-to-1 play. However, it is in the downtrend. So this is a very risky play, but risk on for me. Okay, because this H4 chart, I'm starting to see some signs of bears weakness in terms of the shorting, kind of the momentum stopping here, this bullish momentum here on these oscillators here. So for this H4 chart, hopefully we can establish this higher low. Government shutdown was avoided. See if we can make it bounce up to the upside. On the weekly as well, doji candle, and the MACD is not ready to go yet on this weekly, but it is approaching a horizontal level of support, which I did mark last time. And this is where I'm long right now on this potential swing trade. This is just educational purpose. Okay, let's go to QQQ, NASDAQ. Let's do the indexes first for requests. Similar issue here. We have a potential double bottom on QQQ, which marked by that X. So the price perfectly hit the target. It is inside of this descending triangle area right now. Still in the downtrend. You can see this. Also the resistance and the lower high here did not go up, so then rejected down. That's how I know. Probably going to take the short here and short it down. Now, what am I seeing on the H4 and hourly? There might be an upside down head and shoulders opportunity here. That's potentially bullish, pending. Hopefully, there's no catastrophic news tomorrow. But 367 is that target, and establishing that support above 353. See if we can hold that area here. Also, if I draw Fibonacci, where is that? Right at the 236 level. So this is where we're starting to consolidate a little bit. However, if we lose that support, next level down is 336. That's my bear target to the downside. We do see here on the weekly chart that lower high, so that is not good. We've not had a lower high for the entire year on QQQ. This is bad. High, low, high, low, high, low, lower high. Red flag right here, red flag. So we're bulls. What we're trying to do right now is we're trying to defend this double bottom support and make sure it doesn't crash. Might be a small opportunity here. Dow Jones as well. You can see Dow Jones already collapsed out of this channel. High, low, high, low. Head and shoulders, that's a bearish pattern. Measure the neckline to the top of the head, 5%. Breakdown could go all the way down to 326.62, marked in this X, which is also the Fibonacci 618. That makes sense. It is in the lower lows, seeking lower lows in the price. Now, the RSI, this is starting to turn up. We might see 6:30 tomorrow a.m. We might see a flush down attempt, and then bulls might try to defend that. We're going to fight that tomorrow. Hourly, certainly still in the death cross, but I like that this higher low established right here at 334. You can see the trend line was broken to the upside, and we're back testing that right now. See if we get bounce up tomorrow, this week or not. Let's do IWM really quick. IWM, Russell 2000. I like that we're starting to see a little bit of bullish momentum here on the MACD, and we're also seeing a little bit of double bottom on this RSI. I like that. Hitting that support, oversold. This could be potentially a bounce play. Still in the death cross. We'll know we're in trouble if I lose 175 and this thing penetrates the downside. Then I know I'm in trouble in terms of a long. But I like that it's still inside the wedge here on the weekly, still surviving. And this is the first area of battle we're going to fight against the bears on the level 2, $175. Quick check on DXY, the dollar currency index. It did break out above this channel resistance here in the blue line, long blue line, and it's quite overextended right now. It's not quite super overbought, but it is losing momentum. We have a golden cross as well, so I'm expecting this to pull back at some point whenever it does. The weekly, however, is not super overbought here, so it could keep going higher, but we are seeing the first downtake last week on this MACD histogram is just slightly zoom in way in so people can see it, just slightly downtake. So carefully watching that. The H4 as well, still in that golden up cross on the H4, and we're starting to see it did get to about 35 RSI, defending that 50 EMA. So in a example like this, could probably just Fibonacci this bottom, reverse Fibonacci that, low to high. We can see we already passed the 618, so it's hesitating right under this 50% area for the US dollar. Switching to gold. Gold had a crash. It was not great to watch that. But how do we know if this is here's the education. How did I know this is not going up? Multiple reasons. Turn off everything, and all we need is price and a couple trend lines. So I know I have this golden support here at about 177 support. Also, there's resistance 179 and 180. This pattern is a lower high pattern. It did not break out above this resistance on top of the triangle. It did not make a higher low. It made a lower high, lower low, and then capitulation, flash, crash. Where did that go to? We're in the lower RSI level. That's okay. That's okay. Hit that 50%. Next level down could be 165. If it bounces back up to retest, 175. Now, I like that on the H4, on the H1, it is oversold. So at some point, we might start to see the bounce. Maybe it'll go all the way down to 170 and then rebound. So I'm watching for that. Silver as well crashed back down into support. Not as bad as gold, however, but we want to see it hold above 2050. It needs to hold above 2050. If not, then we have more capitulation sell-off for the bears. Weekly as well. Do I see any interesting price patterns? Starting to tighten up into almost a descending triangle pattern. Or it was a sim triangle. If we look at it this way, it is similar to gold on the weekly. On a daily, it's less so. Copper. Copper's still in this downtrend. If you look very carefully, it's lower low, lower high. Higher low, lower high. So tightening. Once we lost support right here at $23, this angle line, big trouble. We sold off last week, and copper already rebounded. A nice 2-day gap up. So it hit this resistance. Now our line in the sand is 23.24. I'm going to see if it's actually going to come back down one more time to maybe make a upside down head and shoulders, or it could just flat line down and hit rock bottom again. Nothing wrong with that. That's totally normal. This resistance trend line on the weekly has been very strong. 22.66 up here. Been very strong. US oil continues to rally on the weekly. However, I'm starting to see the shooting star on the weekly, which could signify maybe there's some topping out area. Okay, I want to watch out for that. I might take a short. Here on oil just because I am seeing a head and shoulders on the RSI as well, and we lost that neckline on the RSI. It could rebound. It's a hot ETF to trade because it was so volatile this year. Also, if I draw this trend line, it's right at the support. So as soon as we lose $80 support, then I know might be able to short that. Also, there's bearish divergence forming on the MACD histogram. UNG just stuck down here going sideways, very tight. But like I said, potential maybe upside down head and shoulders in the short term here. TA does technical analysis does not always work on natural gas. So as soon as it has to break up above and hold above the $7 level at least. So we need some fundamentals there. Okay, we have some requests. Get to the requests. We have JBL and CCCS. These are just requests and these are just educational only. Let's take a look here. We have JBIL or JBIL, electronic technology. Sometimes good to just understand what is this company if you go all the way down here. Electronic manufacturing services. Automotive and transportation. Wearable technology. Yeah, I remember JBIL, I think they make like headphones or something as well. It's interesting electronics like multi for consumer and for business to business looks like. Really interesting company. 3 million volume, trading volume, shares flow 125 million, EPS $6.15, price to earnings ratio, TTM. Trailing 12 months, 2079. It's all looking, those are just data points. I'll look at the financials later, but we'll look at this daily, right? So New York Stock Exchange, the tech company, basically. So right here, we have our support trend line all the way for 1.5 years. Just draw that very simply. How do I know how to draw that? You connect all the supports. So visually, I'm looking at, as soon as I open up a chart, I'm looking at like 1 or 2 years of data. On a daily chart, I say, oh, support here, support, support, support. Resistance, 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 resistance. So then you start drawing. You have to manually draw. Click the point, click the next counterbody close. That's why I use a line chart. It's just a lot easier. Sometimes for me. Sometimes as an investor, I don't even use candles. I just use line chart. Candles are useful when I need to read the price action, but sometimes it's just easier to look at a line chart, old-fashioned way. And then draw the resistance. So if I draw the resistance from like this, it's in a rising type of opening wedge, or I like to call it megaphone pattern. We're right at that resistance after earnings. They had a net revenue negative surprise, down negative 1% compared to the last 3 quarters. Not really great. And it's up here. On the R side, it's overbought. So as a long, I would not really buy this company personally. You could do whatever you want, but for me, I would not buy this because technically it's too high for me. It's at the resistance. It's at the ceiling right now. It can go higher. You could see it like the R side goes higher here. So it maybe reject once and then go up higher. There is some momentum building as well, but my style is I would have bought one of these supports way back here. That's just my style, or at least this support right here, or be right after the earnings release and we see it pumping up. Then I would have tried to catch that. And but for me, I don't try to chase resistance because I have a higher win rate because I don't buy the tops. I try to buy the bottom. So, where would I like to buy? Maybe a previous level support at least for a swing trader day trade, maybe 115.88, 101.63, or 88.30. It might not never go down there again. But the way to really catch things is because we can see in the H1 or H4, right, it's overbought. But however, contrary to what I just said, I have seen an AMD and NVIDIA where the earnings were not that great. We have to factor in the earnings. Why did it go up after earnings if the net revenue is down, right? So there's more information here that I'm not seeing and that is not on the charts, right? Maybe it's AI play as well. Announcement. There's probably something on the earnings release of the phone call there. So it could keep going higher, okay? But just understand the risk of where's the support level of the past level support is 7% down, so then it has to be like a 12 to 14% play to the upside if it's going to go up. So hopefully it does for you. All right, CCCS. CCC Intelligent Solutions. Interesting company. It's the first time looking at this chart. It's in the NASDAQ. Tech company. Unveiled partnership with Google to streamline appointment bookings. Okay, so it's a tech service company. Cloud, okay. Cloud-based software as a service for businesses, commerce, artificial intelligence enabled. 43 years. All right. So again, another breakout play right here. These kinds of plays are dangerous. Why? We draw the resistance or support. Draw the support first, then draw the resistance. And again, it's at the top again. We draw those two lines, resistance, support, support, support. And again, maybe I know your style, you kind of like to do breakouts, but just for the education is sometimes, right? We can see if I just freeze frame this and I say, all right, just for educational first, where would I want to have bought? I would have bought at the support levels in my yellow circles, right? Or blue arrows. Why does it matter there? Because if we think, is the price at this moment in time in the arrow, is it dropping or is it going sideways or is it going up? It's actually going sideways after a drop. So if you know your Wyckoff theory or just your candle patterns, this upside down head and shoulders or a sideways channel, and then we had the breakout play and traders were rejoicing about that. Also, we had a consolidation flag, very, very long for about 3-4 months, and then also a reversal breakout play. So that's something to think about. When it's just shooting up straight like that, that's kind of dangerous to me. That's dangerous. Why? Because it already went up a lot, and it can keep going up. It can. I always want people to have success in their real trading or paper trading, right? But when I see something like this, like it's kind of double topped on this RSI, the weekly is overbought. It can maybe go up to $14.72 or $15 if traders really, really play this pump. But if this is going to be a normal play, there might be a higher low that might occur someday. Like if the rest of the market crashes, this might crash, and then there might be an entry point there to catch it on the rebound. So it's already showing bearish divergence on the weekly, on the daily. So long term, in terms of, for me, I would not touch this either as a long. I might be looking at this as a short. So it just really depends. And again, I'm not trying to grill the requester. It's just, I run my strategies. That's why I have like 70% average win rate, right? If it's too high, I just let go of my keyboard and mouse. Maybe I'll set some alerts or something, and then I'll move on. So thank you for that request. And hopefully for anybody watching in the future, there's that's some education that you can apply to stocks or crypto. Just the actual drawing of the charts. How do I determine, am I going to go long, or how do I determine if I'm going to go short, risk reward? And then sometimes the best action is just pass. Okay, let's take a look at just some of the global indexes really quick. And some people have asked me, why do I look at this? It's because it's important to know, because in my opinion, because I've worked in corporate businesses for a while, is in the past, is where are all the manufactured items, where are they from? Right? It's from China, it's from India, it's from Taiwan in terms of electronics. There is some, it's usually designed in USA, but manufactured in Asia or some other country. So that's why it kind of matters in terms of if you worked in manufacturing before. So, right, component index this is the Shenzhen. This is China right here, still in the downtrend, and we can see that symmetrical triangle broken down to the downside. But I am seeing bullish divergence that's showing up here. So this price might try to pierce down and eventually might pop back up. Then if something good happens in USA might pop up as well. Japan, you can see here we had a strong resistance here, 33,615 Japanese yen, and it's just stuck up here. But it's at the support. You could also see in the Asia market, there's the same thing. Double top and then pull back, just like America. America, same thing, double top and then pull back down. That's how I knew we got to get out of here in terms of sell the stocks that I was holding for swing trading. Hang Seng Index, this is Hong Kong. It's been in a downward wedge down, but it's right at the support level with the double bottom, and it bounced off of oversold levels. So I'm expecting, if there's nothing bad news that's going to happen, we should get this bounce all the way back up to like 18,365 area. Just put a circle here for next time. Euro next. Again, you could see global sell-off, right? It's the same pattern everywhere. Lower low, lower high, higher low, tightening. We had that symmetrical triangle like everywhere in the market and broke bearish. That's why bears won for the past 1 to 2 weeks, but not for long, right? In terms of how far is it going to go down? Now, zooming out, looking at Europe, you can see it was going up, 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 sideways, and now it's question mark. Are we about to crash or not? Because or correct or not? It should. Hopefully, it does not. But if it does, it could keep going lower to 1268. We need to see this blue line. It just penetrated into there. See this hold. Try to bounce back up to 1352. We need some good news. Skip that. A UK 100. UK 100 is actually different. Here's an example of a double bottom play in the real market. UK 100 index. Support, support. This is called double bottom play, and usually it signifies a long. Not always. In the books, I remember something like about 60% or something average. So that's why sometimes when I say double bottom, you just play it. Just buy. With the stop loss right here, what do I know? My candles doesn't pierce that far down. Maybe I'll put like a 1.5% stop loss on this. Target 3%, sell half, 6%, sell the rest. And that's exactly how swing traders play this exact move. When it comes down like that, it depends. If it doesn't bounce up and go above this ceiling, then it's a downtrend potentially, and then short that down. India, Sense X, also in this long, this is a very interesting chart because it was uptrending for such a long time. And then you see the double top resistance. That's how people knew how to short Sense X, the India Stock Exchange Index, right here. Now it's going sideways. So in terms of this, I have to take a peek on the inside here. H1 or H4, you can also see here, there's like a quadruple bottom, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, breakout, go long, buy, buy, buy. Hits this resistance oversold, losing momentum, sell, sell, sell. And it's coming back down into the 618 level where it usually likes to rest. Also, the signal, we lost that support line and gap down overnight. That's, then you automatic sell that, automatic take your profit. So some algorithms, they're really keeping this price action in check. Let's do Australia. The good thing about the Australia XJO index is we did fall out. Again, this is the same pattern. Okay, this is the same price pattern everywhere. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, crash, correction. So now that it's at the support marked in this second blue line here, the first level support, let me put some yellow lines, right? Pierce down into it. This is a good sign. People are buy that. So hopefully on the swing trading time frames, we start to see this go sideways here on the H1. And this is tightening up in its own little symmetrical triangle play here, trying to go about 1.7%, which would take us back to 71.75. Let's see that happen. Let's see that happen. This not golden cross, but the MACD is above the signal line, and that's a bullish indicator, a little greater than 55%. So we'll see if that happens or not. Okay, let's go ahead, and I don't see any more requests. Let's go ahead and move to crypto. Welcome everybody. This is the cryptocurrency section of my educational live stream. I'm streaming live on TradingView, YouTube, Twitch. We also have a Twitter X group if you'd like to join. Thank you for following and watching. If you have a request, just let me know in the live chat YouTube comments, and I'll answer it when I see it. Go to crypto. So total, full transparency, I am long crypto again, and I'll explain why. So on the news at the beginning of this stream, that congressional hearing in front of the HFSC committee, I believe, is that certain members of Congress were basically grilling SEC Chair Gensler for basically being too aggressive against the crypto market. Coinbase and Binance have requested SEC to dismiss the lawsuit. I personally don't think that's going to happen. That's just my personal opinion. But what's happening in Europe with the regulatory changes there, that is not good because European governments, institutions are cracking down on crypto, making it even harder for stable coins and Chase UK to have customers pay with their debit cards and bank transfer. That's like the easiest way to buy crypto, right? So now what they're doing is they're saying any new customers, they're going to make it harder to buy crypto. And they're going to force the current customers to say, if you're going to be in crypto, you're going to have to commit to crypto then. Or buy the stable coins and keep it on your own wallet. They're not going to take that risk anymore. Now, on the charts, last week and for past couple weeks, did mark this spot as going consolidation, going sideways. Okay. Immediately, what do I see in the chart? Upside down, head and shoulders, potential bullish play. This is why I'm long. The news combined with this technical pattern, and we're inside of here, and the potential rumored Ethereum ETF approval that's rumored apparently this month. That's why I'm long, and this is showing me. So let's see the play. See how if this plays out or not. I'm going to swing trade mode now. 7% to 10% on the breakout. And also I set an alert here, potential long entry for last time. Okay, right at that neckline, and then it fired. So then I said, you know what? Time to buy. 7.5%, 1.14 trillion is the first target, and the second target, 1.2 trillion. See if we can reach this resistance again. And bulls, we were defending this. Remember, educational. This is in a head and shoulders downtrend. Okay, do we hit that bearish target? 8% down. More than enough. Yes. Then it's in a downtrend. Okay. Right at the support, stopped, reversed. Oh, makes a higher low in the price. Oh, even better. Oh, breakout to a pattern and then buy. Okay. So there's the education right there. And it's still not really too late. It could crash back down, to the neckline, but still, if this is going to be the bullish pattern, if we're about to long and end up here in 1.2 trillion in like a month or two from now, this is the general area where I would like to long. Again, this is just educational advice. Might not happen, but I like this double bottom on the weekly support play. Okay, if it's at least going to tighten up to the top of the triangle, there is a little bit of gains to eke out here, right? This is a beautiful play right here on the weekly. And basically, if I draw the green like this, it makes more sense to people. It's perfect 2-to-1 reward to risk play. Easy. Don't need to stress too much about it. If you have a stop loss in there if I have a stop loss in there with a medium-sized amount of capital, right? 10%, for example, 10% of my account size with a 10% stop loss, that's basically 1% account risk for total account risk, okay? So I can sleep at night. I can trade more often if I want to, and I'm not, risking my life savings on one trade. That's gambling, so I don't do that. But in terms of this play, looks pretty normal to me. Now, what does it look like in a Bitcoin chart? Bitcoin chart as well. Marked it last time. That's why I love TradingView, right? I've been marking this $25,000 support as one of the lines we cannot go below. Also $20,000 right here in the blue line. Also, it's tightening up. You see the same upside down head and shoulders. I love to see it. Beautiful. Holding that support of 25,000, right about to break the neckline. And we have that U.S. government avoided shutdown. So maybe we'll see a little bit of bullish reaction tomorrow. It's possible. It's possible. BTC could go 10% to the upside, 10 to 20%. Could go to 30,000. Would love to see it break above 20%. Let's head back to 33,000, right? If this is the long, let's say I bought this neckline, the risk is 10%, which is a lot for Bitcoin. So, my 2-to-1 has to be 20 up here, and then you just leave it alone. Leave it alone as swing trader, right? This has plenty of room. It's already starting. We could have seen that this was predictable like 2 weeks ago. If somebody's really aggressive, we're getting that momentum, higher low on the R side. Somebody could have bought the exact perfect bottom here. And I know one or two traders who did. Now, let's look at Ethereum. There is this rumor of, Yeah, there's EMA death cross, but we're right here at the 200 EMA. This was looking like a potential upside down head and shoulders. Yes, there's the death cross. So half of me was a little bit concerned, meaning if there was no good news coming out in the next 1 month or 2 months, we might have had a capitulation sell off. However, last week changed that a little bit. Higher low on the price and higher high already. So we already had that breakout on Ethereum, could have drawn one trend line. And as soon as that breaks out, could put an alert right here, right? I would put, for example, educational wise, I would put an alert right here at 1650 and the alert at 1542. Only two levels that I have to play. If a breakout above here, buy. With a little bit of stop loss. It already went 6%. The algos they sold right here, they know to target right at this exact spot. So that's why. Now on a weekly, there is room. It's starting to build. We have this weekly hammer. So even though we do have an EMA death cross, the 200 EMA on the weekly did hold for crypto, and we're starting to see that bounce. Love to see it. H4 as well. The H1, we're starting to get this uptrending cascade effect. The 15-minute, the 1 hour, they were in a big buyer here. Why do we have that big buyer? Probably because the Ethereum ETF approval rumor. I also bought the rumor. The quote adage on Wall Street, you buy the rumor and then you sell the news, meaning you buy the rumor before everybody else does, before it happens, and then you sell the news when everybody in the whole world knows about it and you have maximum buyers, right? So example of that is Dogecoin a couple years ago. By the rumor that something about good's going to happen with Dogecoin. And then we had the upside down head and shoulders. Sell the news when Elon Musk is on SNL trying to tell everyone in the whole world about Dogecoin, right? Psychological. When everybody knows, it's kind of too late. General. Binance Coin. Binance Coin, I like to see this triple bottom, upside down head and shoulders, although Binance still has the lawsuit, but there might be a bounce play here that happens just sympathetically. It broke out of the descending triangle. I like this. Why? We had the support. It did not go lower, did not fall out, and we're starting to break out of here. So maybe this could be a crypto breakout long. Put the stop loss 2.2% here. Try to capture at least 4 to 6%. Have to have patience for that one. But understanding that this, because the lawsuit, any bad news, it could dump back down here. So that's a little bit risky play. Go down the list. Solana, you can see this, right? That's why we're all long crypto right now. If you know what was going on in the past weekend based upon that news, the crypto traders were all inflowing back into crypto right now because finally the government had a stance against the SEC, and we have the potential Ethereum rumors. Higher low, we hit the support level. Yes, there's a death cross, but that was only about 50-55%. Hit this higher low, boom, hit the higher high on Solana to buy. Cardano as well, we hit this support level. This is a beautiful play if anybody caught this. 24 cents was that support level. We did not dump. We had some good news, and then we have that bounce play. Can it still go higher? It's possible to still go higher around the weekly. I like this big bullish divergence momentum on Cardano. See if it can go all the way up to 25% or 50% gains there. See if it's going to happen. I have to give it some time. 30 days, 45 days, 60 days of time. I'm swing trading right now. So it's not about what's going to happen in 1 day from now. If it turns red tomorrow, that's fine. It's fine. This is day traders taking profit. Algorithms taking profit. I want to see the real trend develop. XRP, I like to see this. A little bit of upside down head and shoulders with a neckline, potential breakout. I like this play. Beautiful. Because it crashed and then we broke out that triangle. I mean, the trend line and this triangle, right? So this is the falling wedge breakout pattern. Long. Buy, right? Because this is going down. We hit that level of support. So if you remember months ago, catching some of this XRP, okay, and then the SEC lawsuit got worse. So I sold here, right? I sold in this general area, and then I knew it's going to capitulation crash. I actually missed this because it happened overnight. but there's a time to renew, get back into crypto. And once I see that uptrend bounce right here, this is the zone to buy if you're interested in XRP, right? Educational example. Because if this is a real upside down head and shoulders, it is right at the neckline. And if this is really going to break out, it's not 100%, but it could go 8 to 16%, probably back up to 60 cents. Nice rebound. Let's see it happen. I want to see it happen. AVAX as well, a little bit of this bullish momentum, this big bullish divergence here. And where's the target? Next target, $11.26 and then $13 target. The risk, however, about 10% risk. So a lot of coins, they already went up about 5-10%. So that's the risk on the downside. Just understand that. DOT with the double bottom and a bounce. Dogecoin, the double bottom and a bounce as well. And you can see my psychology here from last time is if you just randomly bought, last time you're at 3.43%, and the stop loss has to be, again, 10% with the target of 20% on the top side. Easy swing trading. Hopefully the market doesn't crash on us. Again, Shiba Inu, we're already seeing this MACD histogram. It's starting to open up and tighten. That's why Shiba Inu hasn't broken up to the upside yet. Breakout play. Could be 10 to 20% in the next month. Matic with the double bottom, already the bounce started. Cosmos with the higher low, bounce underway. Near with the double bottom. Near, beautiful play, right? If anybody bought this at $1.08, it was consolidating there for a long time. So if this crashed, then I'm not buying near. But the fact that it bounced is good. I like it. Litecoin with upside down head and shoulders. I am long Litecoin as well because I like this upside down head and shoulders. However, yes, I understand. There's the death cross. Okay, yes, we have that. But temporarily, because the SEC like momentum psychological shift, what happened with Congress is, okay, if this is going to break out, let me see it go 20%. Let me see it go 20%. Let's see big 20, right? 10% stop loss, 20% target back up there. We're going to try to fight for that, bulls. Uni as well, hit the support here. Now, Chainlink, I didn't get this one, but I like this. Maybe somebody viewed it from last time, from when I drew this, right? I like the support here. I like this MACD histogram with this RSI play. Triple bottom, basically. Rectangle breakout, and this thing went full moon rally on us. 25%. This is what I'm saying. Can happen on a lot of cryptos. And hit that previous level of resistance, could pull back all the way down to 770 or 750. So crypto already having trauma is already an uptrend. Now Bitcoin Cash is a little bit trickier because it had its huge pump. Consolidation down. We had a nice double bottom play here at 179. Somebody's already up on this. 25-30%. So I passed on Bitcoin Cash up here, but it could keep going higher. But I got other cryptos that I liked. Ethereum Classic also with the bounce. High, low, 10%, like that. Now Stellar, XLM. Here's a potential opportunity for people, just educational wise, right? I might pick myself up some more Stellar later today, but we'll see here, right? The trend line, it's right at the support level. XLM USDT did not explode and pop up to the upside yet. So I like this play. I like this chart. Right above the 618, it's right at support level 618. It's at support. Let's look at the RSI starting to get a little of that higher low momentum. MACD histogram is building. So if somebody wants to go long, I might go long. I mean, it's just somebody just bought it right now, right? I saw that little uptick, right? 5% to downside's the risk. This thing could go 15-20%. So there's a potential 2-to-1 play. I might buy some more XLM after the stream. Myself. VeChain. Now, VeChain, volatile coin, but it hit that support and we're holding. So this doesn't mean we're going straight to the moon. What it means is we held the support and we bounced off of that. I like that. It's good. Mana. Here's people sleeping on Mana, right? In terms of this thing hit the support level, upside down head and shoulders that hasn't mooned yet. Potential opportunity on Mana. I like this as well. right here, 10% here. Could even go 40 because it's mana. It's 33-cent coin. I like it. Filecoin. There's a lot of things that support. Some of these didn't go up yet. Ave had a nice bounce. EOS still holding. Zcash. Now Zcash, what I want to point out here on Zcash is it hit its kind of lowest price of all time on this chart. So if Zcash survives, there could be significant gains happening here on the weekly, right? Double bottom potential. It's basically hit the bottom of this chart since 2023. Once we break above this line, if we break above 30, Zcash could have a nice run here. I like this. Zcash possibly going up to $56.85 or 122 if the crypto bull run begins. So just something to think about. Maybe I'll put an alert here on Zcash right at 30. Like to see this potential long breakout uptrend play. Like to see that happen. IOTA as well. This small old coin, but higher low. So if it can rebound to 18, you can see the trend line above here and the trend line on the bottom. So it didn't quite hit the bottom side, but see a lot of reversals happening. So I like to see that long opportunity. Maker, this just continuation uptrend. So there was, I don't really like to buy this stuff when it's all the way up here, but there was opportunity. So things can change in summary. Things can change in crypto. We have a death cross without good news, without good catalyst. But if you're a stock trader, you know, once we get the good news, once we get the good catalyst, momentum can shift. Futures, shorts, they got to stop out. If we start going green, let me get another chart. It's a better one. A lot of these, even one, you can see it's potentially upside down head and shoulders. A lot of these altcoins, there might be some kind of bounce play going on. I'm at the bottom here. Let me go back up. Here's Dogecoin, for example. It's bad news until it stops. Hit the support level, and then I, as a trader, have to make a decision. Support level. What else do I see? Double bottom on the price. Ooh, higher low on the RSI. This MACD is open. EMAs. We're below the EMAs, so there's a little bit of risk there. Downtrend. It's tightening up on the Bollinger Bands. My pivots, it's actually right above that pivot, so I'm going to engage in a long. Simple as that. How much money am I going to put in? 10% of my total capital, 10% stop loss, risking 1% of my total equity. Target 2 to 1, or at least 1.5 to 1 if you're very conservative. 2 to 1, 3 to 1, 4 to 1, and then I leave it alone. Put my alerts up there, put my orders, my entry, my stop loss, my take profit 1, take profit 2, take profit 3 for a swing trade. I'm done. Right? It's robotic. So you got to, once I get in the trade, I have to act and think like I'm just like an algorithm. There is no emotion in the thought process. I don't get excited about it. I don't get too happy. I don't get too sad or angry about losses. I don't get too happy about gains. Just like clockwork, mechanical. So hopefully this stream has been helpful for people with education, with examples on stocks and crypto. And thank you for the chatting and for the requests. That's going to do it for today, everybody. Thank you so much for watching and following. If you like the stream, if you learned something, if you just want to support the channel, keep the ideas flowing and the streams going, go ahead and click follow on TradingView, YouTube, Twitch, or Twitter X for next time stream. Hit that notification bell so you get informed about the next live stream, which will probably be next weekend. I usually stream on Sunday evenings around this time, the afternoons and nights, Sunday night, to prepare for the upcoming week. So I'll probably see you next time on October 8th. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a nice week. Bye-bye.